stories you just heard about. Finally, at long last, it is time for these Canadian race fans to see what they came for. The Verizon Indycar Series, as Sebastian Bourdais and Helio Castroneves come down to the green flag. We're racing in Toronto.
And Hunter Ray's got a great exit out of that final corner, looking up the inside, but further back, look at Tony Kanaan making a move on Pagenaud.
They are certainly not wasting any time with that move by Hunter Ray, slicing down the inside for third place, as now he's got his sights set on Castroneves. And Hunter Ray's got a lot of pressure from Kanaan coming from behind.
Hunter Ray in the bright yellow car. Oh, an attack at the front. Castroneves taking a look at Bourdais. 5 former winners of this race are in the field. Here's the sharp right-hander at turn 3. Oh, and around goes Simon Pagenaud.
Pagenaud got touched in that left-hand kick, and that's Newgarden with contact over his front wing.
Takuma Sato in the number 14.
And he won't have to worry about that fuel meter now, will he?
Guys, after all of the drama of yesterday, we've got a dry racetrack, and it's now completely blocked. You see Mike Conway waving for a restart. Pagenaud trying to get going in the orange car there. I think he actually hit possibly Sato trying to get spun around.
Well, it looked like they were going 2 abreast up the hill, like we talked about in the pre-race yesterday, that it's hard to do, and he got clipped in the rear. As you see, they're coming up the hill, and he just got touched right there.
That's Philippi up the inside in the black car. Newgarden trying to avoid, gets hit by Sato. Conway locks up. Munoz with nowhere to go.
A lot of damaged
Basically,
cars there.
Everybody from 10th on back held up or involved in this incident. It's a very narrow track. There's Newgarden with the day glow accents on his Sarah Fisher Hartman racing
And guys,
car.
look at the chain reaction. Hunter Ray pushes Kanaan a little bit wide. Pagenaud gets checked up. Philippi's to the inside, and it's just one massive chain reaction.
He buried the throttle to try to get it to do a 360, and it wouldn't go all the way around for him.
On board with Joseph Newgarden.
Wow. And he hit from every angle there.
He had the thing under control and slowed down, but he just got crunched from behind. So here we watch Hunter Ray in the yellow car out wide with Kanaan. Pagenaud's not sure if they're going to have an incident, so he checks up. Then Philippi dives into that left kink and turns Pagenaud.
Yeah, there was just really no room to try to even put it there. I mean, Pagenaud was giving some room and make sure he was getting up the hill. And
I'm sure Pagenaud didn't know a car was, with a nose up the inside.
A car would try to squeeze between a half a car width wide hole. Probably hit the wall on the outside of turn 1 and has broken the toe link.
Oh man, that was really close.
And this is the widest part of the track. And we've got a car.
That's Huertas.
Carlos Huertas, the winner of the first race in Houston a few weeks back, is into the turn 3 tire wall.
Paul, do you think Philippi's damage is from the earlier contact with Pagenaud, or maybe we'll catch a replay and see if he got into the wall?
Let's take another look at that move by Luca Philippi. May not have been entirely under his control, but oh boy.
Wow.
Yeah, good thing that nobody was right up behind him when that happened. You know, I wonder if it's the left rear toe link, and in the earlier incident with Pagenaud, he mentioned touching the wall with his left rear, but did it happen somewhere else?
Oh, he got wide right there in the gray.
In the marbles we were just talking about.
Boom, hit the wall, bent the toe link, probably broke it, and that wheel will just move around and turn the car like you have rear steering.
In fact, it's fortunate for him that Carlos Huertas got into the wall and helped bring out that yellow flag that he needed to get safely around the track.
Follow those guys and go one more lap or come down. Some guys are laid out. If you want to come down, let's come down. Let's do it.
Oh, car on the tires.
And Juan Pablo Montoya's in the tire wall.
And it's wet down.
Oh!
It is wet.
Michaela Lotion gets in heavy into the back of Montoya.
Yep, the track is wet.
So here's Montoya asking to be refired. He's got his hands in the air. He gets clipped by Hinchcliffe, who loses it. Bourdais goes off. And then shortly thereafter, here's a Lotion, comes in hard. And just augers underneath.
It looked like he took a frontal impact with the helmet, like maybe the tire landed on top of his head, but it looked like his helmet was to the side of it.
Total speculation, but just reading the body language of the safety workers, it seemed like there was a conversation perhaps there, but I'm just speculating.
Welcome back to the streets of Toronto under another full course caution, our fourth of the race. Luca Filippi got to this point on the racetrack and nosed into the tire wall. Could not get refired. They threw the caution, and we are just past halfway in this race.
Radius corner. As we watch these guys duking out further back, Sebastian Bourdais working on Ryan Hunter-Reay. That's the battle for 10th.
Oops. Jack Hawksworth has gone off.
And Hinchcliffe.
Hinch.
A lot of guys off down there.
Saavedra into the turn 3 tire wall.
I'll tell you
and
what,
the full course caution. There's Briscoe on the attack, going alongside his teammate Charlie Kimball. Now he tucks in behind that green car.
Traffic jam.
Oh, and around goes Huertas.
And Castro Neves loses his front wing.
And Hunter-Reay with
Hunter-Reay
front wing
again.
damage.
Scott Dixon manages to pull away. Marco Andretti is there.
Oh, for Hunter-Reay, the championship penalties today have been wicked.
And basically, it was a traffic jam at the end of the Lakeshore Boulevard. We had cars 3-4 wide, getting into the rain section of the track, guys locking up and touching and banging, and everybody just piling into each other.
It was Huertas and Kimball, that initial contact, and like race 1, down there in Calamity Corner, nowhere for anybody else to go.
Hinchcliffe stuck back there, so another disastrous weekend in Toronto for him.
Here we are on board with Briscoe. That's Huertas up ahead.
And he's
Watch
just
Kimball.
He's boxed in, nowhere to go, and just really a victim of what happened in front of him.
And Kimball went to the outside, but Huertas on those old rain tires, so much less grip on that dry line, he just couldn't get turned.
Right.
Kimball just sliced around the outside. He's going to have another good day.
This is always the game, too. You got 6 stalled cars. It's always a battle to see who can get restarted first. And now we understand we're going to go red flag.
Now, meanwhile, there's Graham Rahal somewhere else on track.
Well, this is a good call, I think. They did this in Houston. They stopped the race. They don't want it to end under yellow.